morning, students. Welcome back. Myself Namita Sahu. So let's come back to our chapter electricity. In the last class, we had studied about resistance, factors affecting resistance, and resistivity, and the formula for resistivity. Today we will learn about system of resistors. So we all know that all appliances have their own resistance. All are treated as load. So all the load connected in a circuit provides resistance. So before we talk about the system of resistors or the combinations of resistors, I will give you one example. So there is a fair and the entry ticket for the fair is rupees 80. Okay. So there is a fair and the entry ticket is 80 rupees to get into the fair. So the manager suggests two types of arrangement for ticket collection for entry of people into the fair. So how did he propose? He proposed two systems. Okay, in the first system, what did he do? He made a counter divided into two parts. Counter 1 and counter 2. So there is an entry over here and they have an entry to it. Okay, that's the entry. So what do they do? In the first counter they collect 40 and the second counter they collect 40. So the people start coming from here, pass through this and then get an entry. In the second system, what did they do? They divided into two parts, but they divided into such a way. This is counter 1 and counter 2 and collected 80 rupees over each. And they had two entries to the fair. So they had two entries to the fair. So they had a chance for entering over here. So now this is in the types of combination of resistors, in the combination of resistor. So which one will be faster, this one or this one? Obviously this second proposition is more faster. So because they will have less resistance or less crowd over here, so it is easy to move in the system B. So now we'll talk about the system of resistors, the combination of resistors. So there are two ways where the combination is done in resistors. The two ways are known as series and parallel resistors. Combination of resistors. Series. So in series connection, how are the resistors? This is known as series combination. And parallel combination is like the second system which we had read in the example. So this is like one below the other. This is one after other. This is one below the other. That means the points of joinings are the same in parallel combination, and this one is one after the other. So in this case, in series case, we will see that the resistance offered will be more. Just like the example, the resistance offered is more. So if resistance offered is more, the current flowing will be less. So the current flowing in series combination is less. If this is more, the current flowing will be less. In the case of parallel combination, the resistance offered is less. So current will be more. Clear till here? Now we'll study this combination of resistors in detail. In series combinations, suppose we are taking two bulbs which are connected in series, one after the other, like we have told you earlier in the diagram. So now this is a series type of combination. When this is switched on, we will see that the brightness, once it is switched on, it will glow, and once it after some time, the brightness of both the bulbs will gradually decrease. The brightness is gradually decreasing. That means the overall current in the circuit is gradually decreasing. So in series combination, we will see the overall resistance. Since current is decreasing, that means what is happening in the circuit? The resistance must be increasing. So the overall resistance is increasing in the circuit, which is decreasing the current in the circuit. Now to study the parallel combination, we will put a test bulb over here. This is our test bulb. So we'll put a test bulb. Now we'll combine two bulbs in parallel combination. So now we'll switch on the circuit. After switching on the circuit, we'll see the brightness of the bulb of this test bulb is gradually increasing. So what is happening over here? That means the resistance, the overall resistance in the circuit, the combined resistance of this both bulbs, this is one resistance, this is another resistance. So the resistance, the combined resistance of these both must be less. That's why the current flowing through the circuit is more, which is making the bulb glow brighter in parallel combination. So in parallel combination, what we will see, the overall resistance is decreasing, and the overall current is increasing. Now we will study series combination. Now we will study series combination in detail. So this is the diagram for a series combination. Resistor 1 and resistor 2 are connected in series, one after the other. Now in series combination, you can see the battery connected over here. So what does the battery provide? The battery provides the potential difference. So we know that without potential difference, current will not flow. So we need a potential difference. So if the potential over at this point is 0 and this point is V, the potential difference of this battery is V volt. So we have taken a battery of V volts, which is providing a potential difference of V. So now in series, now we take what measures current? Ammeter measures current. Ammeter is always connected in series. So we will place the ammeter over here. In series, if I place, I will measure the current. Then I will take this ammeter, place it somewhere over here and measure the current, over here and measure the current. So if after measuring the current, we will notice that the ammeter reading was same everywhere. Everywhere the ammeter reading is same. Now what we will do, we will take a voltmeter. What measures potential difference? The voltmeter measures potential difference, and voltmeter is connected in parallel. So I will connect a voltmeter over here and record the potential difference, and then I will take this voltmeter, again one more voltmeter I can take and connect it in parallel and note the voltmeter reading over here. So and at this point somewhere over here, I'll make a parallel combination and check the voltmeter reading. Now we see that in both the cases, when the voltmeter is connected across the resistors, we will notice that the voltmeter readings are different. So I name this as V1, the voltmeter of this side so is named as V1 and this side is named as V2. So across R1, the voltmeter is V1 and across R2 the voltmeter is V2. So now we note that both the voltmeter readings are different. So but when we measured, now what 2 points we come across in a series combination, the current is same for a series combination of resistors and potential difference is different for a series combination of resistors. Now we will derive this potential difference. What is the relationship and how to find out the effective resistance? So what is effective resistance? The net effect of all the resistors that are connected. So if I tell you from Ohm's law, what do we know? We know in this combination V is equals to V1 plus V2. So this V is equals to IRS, that is the effective resistance in case of series. So if I combine this both and treat them as one resistance, so that becomes the effective resistance. So RS, so that is equals to V1 is equals to, what did I tell? V1 is equals to I R1 and V2 is equals to I R2 according to Ohm's law. So now in place of this I can write this I R1 and V2 is equals to I R2. Why not I1 and I2? Because current is same in series combination. So if I take I in common, what do I get? R1 plus R2 over here, and in this case I RS. So if I gets cancelled, what do we get? RS is equals to R1 plus R2. So the net resistance or the effective resistance in case of series combination is equals to the algebraic sum of all the resistances. If there are n number of resistances, we can write this as RS is equals to R1 plus R2 up to n number of Rn. That is, if the number of resistors that are present over here. Clear till here? So now we will study about parallel combination now. So this is the diagram for circuit diagram for parallel combination. The joining points are same. That means if I name this as A point and B point, we see that their potential difference between 2 points will be the same. So for the potential difference for this one and the potential difference for this one will also be the same because they lie in between the same points. So in case of parallel combination, what remains same? The potential difference remains same. So what is same? Potential difference is same. So if I calculate the potential difference for this and name it as, so we know the potential difference, let the potential difference is given as V. So the potential difference is same in both the cases. The potential difference is V. So V is equals to I, R we know. So but the current will not be same in both the path. So current is not same. So we have to calculate current for each case. So but the total current, if it is I, so I will be equal to I1 and I2 because that will combine and again I will flow in. So I goes out and I flows in. Always remember student, current leaving the circuit is equal to the current entering the circuit, always. So if I current is going out of the battery, I current will get inside the battery. So we know from this I1, if I want to calculate, I1 is equals to V by R1. Similarly, I2 is equals to V by R2. Why not V1 and V2? Because V is same in both the cases because they lie between the two same points. If they are lying between the two same points, the potential difference will be same for any path followed. So the potential difference is same. So now what is total I? So if I want to calculate I is equals to I1 plus I2, that is equals to V by R1 plus V by R2. So if I consider the effective resistance, name it as RP. RP is the effective resistance in case of parallel. Effective R if we are taking this. So effective R, so if that means I is equals to V upon R. So we can see that V is common in all the cases, so we can cancel out the V. So what do we get? We get I 1 by R is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So this is the formula for the net effective resistance, to find out the effective resistance in case of parallel combination. So or else we can write 1 by R in case of n number of resistors. What do we can write? 1 by RP. RP is for parallel effective resistance. 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus so on. 1 by RL. So now we understood the formula for parallel combination and the series combination, how to find out the effective resistance. Now we will solve some problem numericals on this type of combinations. First we will do some simple circuits, then we will go for complex circuits. So now we will see this problem. Now look at, there are 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm. So we will study this for 3 resistors in series combination and parallel combination and tell you what is the difference between both the combinations. Now in this series combination, when these are connected in series, so what we know, the total effective resistance is algebraic sum, that means simple addition. So simple addition of 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 4 9 ohm. So this is the effective resistance in case of series. Now coming to parallel combination. So how do we find out the parallel effective resistance? 1 by Rp is equals to 1 by R1, that is 1 by 2, 1 by R2, that is 1 by 3 and 1 by 4, that is 1 by R3. So now we will find out the LCM of it. So 2, 4, that is 12. 12, 6 plus 4 plus 3, that is equals to 1 by R is equals to 6 plus 4, 10 plus 3, 13 by 12. So that is R is equals to 12 by 13 ohm. So which one is more? So which one is more? So we see the series combination resistance is always more. In series combination always offers more resistance than in parallel combination. Now what we see, one more thing I would like to tell you, that the effective resistance found out in series, the effective series resistance is always more than the greatest of the resistance in the combination. So in these three resistances, which one is the greatest? 4. But the effective resistance is even more than the greatest resistance. Clear till here? Now next question. So in this question, there is a resistor applied of 4 ohm. There is a bulb of 20 ohm, which both are connected in which kind of combination? This is a series kind of combination. So first thing, and it is connected to a battery of 6 volt. So first thing what we have to do, we have to find out the effective resistance of both. So since this is a series combination, the formula for series is algebraic sum. So that is equals to R1 plus R2. What is R1? 4 and R2 is 20. Thus that is equals to 24 ohm. Now we got the effective resistance. So what is the voltage that is given? The potential difference that is given? That is 6 volt. So we got our V, we got our R. We can find out our I. I is equals to V is equals to IR. As from Ohm's law we know V is equals to IR. So I is equals to V upon R we know. So now V upon R, 6 upon 24 ampere. Clear till here? So that is 1 by 4, that is equals to 0.25 ampere. Clear? Now the next question is to find out the potential. We know that each resistor, the potential difference across each point will be different, since these are 2 points and this is another 2 points. So this resistor is lying between 2 points, like name it as A and B, and this is between B and C. So the potential difference between the 2 points will be different. So first, potential difference across 4 ohm. If I want to find out potential difference across the 4 ohm. So V is equals to, let us name it as V1. V1 is equals to I R1. I is 0.25 we know. 0.25 into, or let me write over here. So that is equals to 0.25 into R1. What is R1? Which R we are talking about? 4 ohm. That is equals to 5 volt. Clear? So we got the potential. Similarly, across 20 ohm if we want to find out. So across 20 ohm it will be, in the similar process you can do, that will come as 1 volt. Why I could write it as directly as 1 volt? Because if it is 5 volt, it will be 1 volt, because the combination is 6 volt. Clear till here? Look at this problem. In this, all of you look at the diagram carefully. Now, there are how many resistors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resistors. Now look at the combination, understand the combination. Here we are studying, this problem is has both series and parallel combination. So how to do this kind of systems. So now when we see this R1 and R2, see the current flow. So the current is flowing through the circuit. Now when the current is flowing, this, if I name this as A and B. So now between these 2 points, how many resistors are there? R1 and R2. So we know if there are number of resistors placed between 2 similar points, the joining points are same. That kind of combination is known as parallel combination. So now R1 and R2 are in parallel combination. So if I replace this as R dash, if I replace this 2 resistance with the effective resistance of R dash, we have to calculate R dash first. So R dash will be 1 by R dash is equals to 1 by 10 plus 1 by 40. That is equals to 40. 4 plus 1, that is 5 by 40. That is 1 by 8. So R dash, how much did we get? 8 ohm. So now we got the effective resistance for this. So the effective resistance for these both is 8. So now we got our 8 ohm. Now coming to this. Now when we consider this circuit, okay, this combination. So now this, if this is a point B, C and D. So all this R3, R4 and R5, these 3 are connected between same points. So between same points, that means the potential difference will be same in all the cases. So what kind of combination is this? This is also a parallel combination. Let me name the effective resistance of these both as R double dash. Okay. So now I have to calculate R double dash. So similarly for R double dash is equals to 1 by, what is R3? 30, 1 by 20 and 1 by 60. So we'll calculate the, what will be the LCM? 60. So 32s are, 23s are and 61s are. That is 516 by 60. That is 1 by 10. So R double dash, how much did we get? 10 ohm. Clear? So now we got this one and this one. And now this 8 ohm and this 10 ohm, are they lying between same points? No, they are not lying between same points. So what kind of combination is this? These both will be in a series combination. So now what will be the total resistance? So total resistance, let it be R, the effective resistance of the whole circuit. So the whole circuit, R dash plus R double dash, since they are in series combination, so that becomes our 18 ohm. 10 plus 8, that is 18 ohm. Clear till here? Now since we got our R and we have a battery connected of 12 volt, we can calculate the current. What is I? I is equals to V by R. So that is equals to, what is V? 12 volt by 18 ohm. So how much is this? 0.34 36. So 2 so that is 0.67 ampere. So we got our current flowing through the circuit. Clear? Now you got a knowledge of how to solve the circuits. So you can drop your comments if you want more problems on this. Thank you.